2 weeks ago, I went to visit a house in the city of Lakewood. The house needed a lot of repairs. It had a lot of deferred maintenance. The kitchen was the original kitchen from the 1950s. The cabinets were all ripped apart. The floors were all scuffed up. The bathrooms were a complete disaster. So needless to say, the house needs a complete overhaul. The owner inherited the property from the parents. They want to sell the property. However, they can't sell it to a conventional buyer because a lender will not fund a loan that needs that much work. So they have two options. They can either fix the property and put it on the market and sell it to the open market and get top dollar, right? The inconvenience there is you have to put up the money and you have to deal with the repairs, right? The second thing is you can proceed to go with a cash offer. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up, guys, is I've noticed over the last 24 months, and by the way, if you hear a lot of noise, it's because there's some construction going on here. I'll share it with you guys. Well, actually, let's go. Now, the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because over the last 24 months, I've had an increase of clients that were in the same situation and they decided to sell their house directly to a cash buyer. In fact, I'm reminded of the Gallardo family. Now, these are 4 siblings that received an inheritance. It was a duplex in the city of East LA. It was near Garfield High School. The house was a complete disaster. It wasn't just cosmetic. It had a lot of infrastructure issues. The floors were tilted. The roof was caving in. So there was absolutely no way you were going to be able to sell this in a conventional manner. So they opted to go directly to one of those I buy ugly house ads, the ones you see on the freeway, or you probably get that postcard at home. And they went ahead and they received an offer. I believe the offer was somewhere between $350 or $360, somewhere in that ballpark. Now, luckily, one of the 4 siblings, her son, is a great friend of mine, good client. He reached out and said, "Hey Philip, can you just come and give us your opinion on what we're about to do?" Well, after looking at the house, going around and looking at the comparables, even though the house was in the state it was, I still felt like there was a lot more room for them to get a little bit more money. So what I suggested is, instead of just proposing this property to one investor, let's put it in front of multiple investors. And within 2 weeks, we were able to get them $150,000 more than the original offer. Now, of course, the seller is extremely happy, and the investor was extremely happy because it's a property that they know how to flip it, or they were going to keep it in as an investment, as a buy and hold, and they're in construction, so it wasn't a big deal to them. Now, the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is because cash offers are a good option depending on your need, right? But like anything else, there's always pros and there's cons. So what is the con of a cash offer? Well, you have to expect that you're going to receive a much lower offer, right? The investor has to account for the repairs of the house, right? And then they have to account for the holding while they're doing the repairs, the holding costs while they're doing the repairs. They also have to account for the cost of reselling the house once it's all repaired, right? And they're investors, so obviously they want to make money, so they have to account for the profit, right? So again, the con is you're probably going to get a lower offer. Now, what are the pros? The pros really revolve around 2 things. One is speed and convenience, right? Cash offers can close in anywhere between 7 to 14 days, or they can adjust to whatever time period is best for you. They can also, they're usually cash buyers, so you don't have to wait for the loan to be approved. It's a non-contingent offer. Another benefit is they truly are an as-is purchase, meaning whatever offer they give you, they're not going to renegotiate regardless of what their findings are, right? What they put on that agreement is what you're going to get. And lastly, in most cases, the investors are willing to pay for all the seller normal seller expenses, fees, commissions, all of that. So that puts a little bit more money in your pocket. So who is a cash offer ideal for? I would say that is for anybody that needs to liquidate quickly, right? Like if you need to sell faster than a normal timeline, and you just want that convenience. Cash offers are great for people that are going through probate. Maybe you're a personal representative and you don't want to go through the process of putting it on the market. Maybe you have some tax problems, or you have some property liens, or maybe some code violations, or maybe you have some bad tenants and you just don't want to deal with the property. A cash offer is good for that. Or maybe you're going through foreclosure or divorce and you just don't want the burden of putting the home on the market. You just want to move quickly and get out of that house. This is where a cash offer would be a viable option for you. Guys, the reason I'm bringing this up is I've created a resource for people that need to sell their home cash. It's called www.sellittophil.com. Again, sellittophil.com. If you need any additional information, it's all in there. It tells you about the process. It has all the frequently asked questions. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this information. Thank you for watching this video. Check out the next one. See ya.